Hello, everybody. Sage here. I wanted to do a reading, Chris Watts reading, regarding there. What on my first? Let me go back to my first initial video of that I've ever done of Chris Watts. Um, there were some things that had kind of flitted through my mind's eye when I was doing that reading. Well, lots and lots of things were doing that. But there was also things that I hadn't really revealed to you guys yet, and really have been um, wondering if I should or if I shouldn't. Uh, I what I wanted to do is delve into one certain aspect of something I did not reveal in that first video, and that was something that uh, it occurred the night of that horrible uh, tragedy. So anyway, let's see, let's see what it has to say. Um, and again, all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Let's see what the cards have to say. Again, I'm using the little bluebird Lenormand deck, the Grand Tableau spread. I did do some shuffling before I began this video. There's another video I want to do too, you guys. Tell me if you think you'd be interested in it regarding, excuse me, the crystal underneath Bella's bed. And I feel that Cece had one as well. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video on that. I feel like there's more importance to them than I think it's been overlooked for the most part on the reason why they're there. So if you guys want me to do that video, let me know and I'll do it next week. One more. And again, you guys, I want to show you that this is an affirmation that this is a reading about Chris Watts. There he is, looking towards the tower, which is, as we all know, is the prison system when it comes to the symbology in this spread, as well as it could be like a government building, but that's it's a prison in this reading. Again, I want to show you there's the children. The Cavalier is something coming at them, something they couldn't stop, and the coffin above that, which you guys can all interpret that, right? Death coming at them that they couldn't stop. You saw me shuffle. I've yeah. Of course, there's NK next to the book. Secrets that need to be revealed. And the children always have a tendency to be hanging around in these spreads. Cece and Bella and Nico have a tendency to hang around the stars, which also means spirits that have passed on. And also, look in the house. There's the house as well. Information that's going to be revealed or information coming, I should say. This is information to be revealed. Okay, this is just an. I know. This is definitely information going to be revealed regarding NK's involvement. It's fascinating to me. Yeah. Despair. This is all this is how these cards work is like in patterns. So the top card is the coffin, which means it means several things. But in this instance, it has to do with unaliving, not being able to stop it, the children that have passed on. And so here's the unaliving and the weaver of pain. Uh, it's something that is it connects all of these cards together. It's self-explanatory, really. I mean, my subscribers are also smart. You guys know what this all means. And again, it's these cards. I'm not even kidding you guys. They've always been so accurate for me. I trust my cards, even though, again, like I said, I'm not 100% always right. Okay, I'm not saying that I am 100% always right, but um, these cards have not. They pretty much have not failed me. So anyway, it's rather interesting how those cards all lined up, right? And how he's looking towards the prison, and then the mice is behind him, and then the scythe, which is him wielding it. So he also, of course, had something to do with this, obviously. So that's just kind of showing that this is, yes, a reading about Chris Watts. Yeah, there's also here's the house, and next to the corner of the house is the Weaver of Pain. Um, breaking of a heart, breaking hearts. Um, Now the sun is a couple of different things, but in this reading, it is the light, right? Following the light, going into the light. And then at the very top is strife and sorrow. Um, but on the other hand, when they entered the light, there was peace and tranquility. And of course, down below that is the garden, right? And the crossroads. I mean, it all kind of ties in together with the afterlife. So I also want to point something out as well. So, again, reading patterns is really super key in reading the Lenormand deck. If you're someone that can uh, notice patterns within patterns, you will be able to do really well with these cards. So what I'm looking at in the middle is the answer to my question. My question is what um, did something happen to the girls before they were unalived? And this is a verification. This is an affirmation of yes. and I'm going to show you why. So here's Chris Watts, here's the children, and then underneath Chris Watts is a vile act. A vile act. And okay, so we're looking at these cards only, right? So this is our pattern right now. So the vile act, and then this is one side of this pattern. On the other side of this pattern is the children, as well as the cavalier. And the cavalier is um, pretty much an upside down card when it comes to this spread right now. Um, it's happiness. It has a tendency to, especially when it's pointing towards the sun. I know this is getting more confusing, but I can't help it. It has a tendency to also mean a taking away of the sun. It's like an upside down cavalier is taking away of unveiling the monster within. Okay, this is what I'm pretty much trying to say. It's unveiling. And this happened before the unaliving. It's right here. It's happened before the unaliving. And this is also an upside down card. So it's something that causes pain. Something happened that caused pain. I'm not going to outright say what he did to those girls, but I think you can guess. I can't say it on YouTube. It's not allowed. Let me see, how can I put it? When he put those girls to bed that night, he made this claim of what did he say, you guys? I knew that this was the last time I'd be putting my babies to bed, right? Well, according to the cards and what I've seen in my mind's eye, he'd also done other things um, atrocious that night with them. And I hate this is one of the reasons why I did not want to do this spread, is because it is so disgusting and so out of this world horrible. But this case, what happened that night encompasses every evil that one human being can inflict on another. That is everything that he could have done. Okay. There was also a second player in this, but we're not going to go into that right now. I'm just going into what happened when he put them to bed. And I feel it was before the phone call with NK. So, um, again, I'm sorry, you guys. Trigger warning. I'll put a trigger warning at the beginning of this video, or I'll put it in my title description of this video, because it's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. And I really, I had a lot of inner turmoil regarding revealing this in my cards, because like I'd said, I'd seen it before in the first initial reading I had done, but there's only so much trauma. There's only so much trauma that a human mind can grasp. And this is so vile and disgusting, and just the absolute worst possible thing that a father could do to his babies. And it also brings up, you guys, if it kind of makes more sense to me now too. Also the fact that he wanted to push through his plea saying that, he pled guilty, right? Well, it wasn't just to protect NK. I have a feeling it had a lot to do with protecting the fact that it was hiding what he had done with those girls before they had been unalived. And I also believe that those autopsy reports are not 100%. Uh, I feel like there's been a lot left out of those autopsy reports. I mean, is that possible? I mean, it's just something that I've seen that it's like a hidden information, and I've seen it over and over and over again in these readings that I've done is hidden information regarding these autopsy results. So I don't know. Is this even a possibility? I thought that we're supposed to have all of the information if we request it. But it just keeps on showing that there's not. There's not 100% of everything that was revealed in those autopsy reports. So again, you guys, ugh, it's so icky, so disgusting. And I don't even know. I don't even know if NK was aware of that, of what he had done with them. You know what? This is probably going to be a super long video. I'm going to take this card out. This is a representation of NK. So I'm going to take this out and I'm going to pull these all in. And I'm going to see something here. Put her in the middle. Do a couple shufflings. One more. Let's just see if maybe we can. I'm just going to pull a couple cards. Definitely, she's a part of it, right? A part of what happened to them. You guys, I can't. I cannot make this shit up. Look what I pulled. Look what I pulled. I pulled the stars, and then underneath that is the children. I've got chills. Ugh, all right. The creator of despair, disruptor of peace, is embedded in her soul. Mm, yeah. Um, there's the contract regarding what they were planning on doing. Contract meaning like a plan, right? An agreement to do something. You do this, I do that. There's also the chitter chatter next. Well, yeah, lots of talking. Do one more. No, I don't believe that what would have probably have shown up if she had known about it was hidden information, like the book showing up, right? Or even a letter showing up can indicate but it's a smaller amount of information, right? In the envelope uh, card versus the book card is a big information. So it doesn't show here that she had known about what he had done that night, and I feel that he had thought about doing that with these girls before that even, right? He's had thoughts. He's had he just such nasty thoughts, you guys. He is so disgusting. If he would have allowed his case to go before a jury in a trial, things could have been discovered regarding what he had done. They could have done grape kits on those girls to see what happened, if anything happened. They could have done, if they haven't already, they could have done DNA. I know that they were covered in oil, but I do believe that they would have been able to extract DNA if they already hadn't on the sly, or if there isn't some on a shelf somewhere. I feel like there really is something there for them to look at if they wanted to. But anyway, I feel like he knew he was in deep already. He knew he was going to prison for a very long time. Um, he knew what everybody had seen was very disgusting. And for him to have that other part of what had happened with those girls be shown a spotlight on, you guys, it would have been even more more horrible for in his eyes, of course, for in everybody's eyes, right? I mean, he knew that those types of prisoners that were convicted of that type of crime, um, I mean, I know that unaliving children is super high up on the list too, but it would double down on it, even with this other horrible act as well, right? You guys tell me what you think. I think he was desperate. I think he was desperate to ensure that there was not going to be any more investigation happening regarding this because of two things. One, because of NK, and one, because of he didn't want that being discovered what had happened before when he had put those babies to bed that night. You tell me what you think. Again, I'm sorry. This is like a horrible, like a trigger warning, horrible reading. I've debated doing this for so long. Um, so let me know what you guys think about how you guys feel about this, because you can actually tap into your intuition, and if it feels right, it clicks, right? It just kind of clicks in your head and your body. It just kind of fits like a puzzle piece, right? If it doesn't feel right, you feel aversion, like an aversion to it, like, oh, that could never happen. You're adamant about it, right? I feel that with all of the people that have their um, energy involved in this case, that that we're able to sort of oh, it's like a big vat of intuition, right? We're able to pull from that, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like prayer. When people pray and a bunch of people pray for the same thing, it's more likely to happen, it seems, right? Well, that doesn't happen by accident. It's because of our energy and how we all kind of pull together and set our sights on one goal. But it's the same thing with intuition. Tell me what you guys think of this, of you know, if this makes any sense to you guys. Tell me what you think. All right. Sorry this is so long. Love and light to you all. Protection to you all. These readings are super heavy as it is. And just want to send everybody that's watching this lots of protection, pink love and light, and love to you all. And I'll see you in the next video.